There we go.
Hey everybody, how are you this afternoon? Welcome to All Astrology. I'm Amy.
And I am G.
And we are continuing to do moon signs. Ooh. Okay, we're doing some Earth moon signs.
Earth, yes.
Earth,
so this
Earth.
did we already say this is a continuation? You're going to have to excuse me. My practical brain is being totally overrun by air right now, and I'm not all there. So we're doing
not by air. It's not being overrun by air.
Well, I don't know. The Uranus thing is just really messing with me.
Is that what it is?
I think so. It's the sun and the moon, and they're all Uranus. They're all in that same thing right now, and it's messing with me. So,
and it's all in her 12th house.
So this is a continuation of the moon signs, right? We started that already.
Yeah, it's a continuation of the moon signs.
And so we wanted to make sure that we infuse our bonus material with each reading, which is your natal moon and the new moon, which is today, May 4th. Okay. And I'm sorry. You're seeing like mental stuttering occurring here. And then we're tying it into your rising/ascendant sign. We're going to walk you through your chart. So she's going to begin by telling you the birth time, date, and place.
The birth time date, April 21st, 1994, Oak Lawn, Illinois, 10:33 p.m. This person is a moon in Virgo.
Yes, they are. Let's
moon
see
in
what
Virgo
that
in the
looks like.
9th house. Okay,
See what that looks like.
Okay, this is interesting. This is a Sagittarius rising.
Okay. Sag rising, new moon.
We've got.
I'm sorry, natal moon.
There's the
rising
Sag
sign.
rising. Okay, we've got. I've got it.
I know, but it looks better if it's closer. Here, I'll pull the camera close to you so you don't have to stretch. Look at that.
There we go.
Doesn't that look better?
Moon in Virgo, 10 degrees.
Awesome.
In the 9th. We go down.
Where's the number? There it is.
9th house.
Number 9.
Okay. This person also happens to be a Taurus sun.
Okay, Taurus sun. Gotcha.
Taurus sun.
1 degree.
At 1 degree in the 5th house.
In the 5th house. So let me mark the new moon mark. You can start talking.
Okay.
They've got a natal Virgo moon. You can talk all about this.
I can talk about...
and for all day at that matter, because she's a Virgo rising as well.
I'm a Virgo sun, Virgo rising. I've got a bunch of other planets in Virgo. I do not have a natal Virgo moon. Thank the Lord for some favors. Okay, so Virgos. Virgos are very practical. We care about practicality. We're one of the bad sides of us is that we can be a little bit nitpicky about things.
And let me point something out right here. I just have to say this. You noticed how fast she went into the bad sides of Virgo? This is a Virgo trait that we have not talked about. And I'm not emphasizing a negativity. However, they are super self-critical.
Yeah, we tend to pick on ourselves a lot.
Yes, and so...
if we're not perfect...
their expectations, their ideas of what things should be is so unrealistically high that if they don't meet it, then they're not saying a whole lot of positive stuff. The inner self-talk is not even nurturing and supportive of who they are, which is unrealistic.
Yeah, we like perfection. We like things to be absolutely perfect all the time. We tend to be neat.
You can say nitpicky. I heard it.
We are nitpicky. We are nitpicky. If I can't have my house perfectly clean, then it's going to be a mess because it'll never be perfectly the way I want it to be. That's just the way I am. And it will never be exactly the way I want it to be because I can never get it to that point.
Yeah.
And so I constantly, every day, beat up myself about it up here. Every day I walk through my house and every day I go, oh God, I need to clean that. Oh God, I need to clean that. Oh my God, I didn't do that. I have to do that. I have to do that. I have to do that. I haven't done that. I haven't done that. So yeah, we have a lot of negative self-talk that goes on for us Virgos. The upside is that
There's an
we do tend to be very organized. We do like organization. For anybody out there who liked watching Friends, the ultimate Virgo character on Friends was Monica. If you ever watched Friends, she was a neatnik. She was super organized. She was analytical. She loved to cook. She loved
information too.
She loved information. She loved to do things around the house. She was the
project queen. Always had projects going on.
She was the total project queen. She was the ultimate Virgo character, and she was the perfect example, good or bad, good and bad, of a Virgo. She loved her friends. She cared about the people that were around her. She remembered every detail about everything
Virgos
all
and their
the time.
memory. They pride that memory. That's for sure.
So yeah, we remember everything. Those
birthdays. Jeez Louise.
Those episodes of Friends where they would start tattletaling on each other, and Monica remembered every detail.
Oh God.
Those are great examples.
Yeah.
So she was a really good example of
Virgo.
What a Virgo is, good, bad, and ugly. So, so I can speak to that because I've got a lot of Virgo energy in me.
So in this chart, we're talking a Virgo in the 9th house. Okay? Virgo, natal moon, 9th house. So the 9th house is it's Sag and Jupiter. They're the same, right?
Right.
So 9th house is spirituality, religion, my belief system.
Right.
Higher learning.
Higher learning. So they're going to have a very strong, very clear, very specific idea about what their belief system is. They're going to search for that information. They're going to want to try and figure out what is the absolute right belief system. They're going to try and figure out how do you put all the pieces together and try and get it right. And when it comes to religion and belief systems, there is no, well, in my opinion, which is really strange, probably coming from a Virgo, there is no one right answer. And so this is probably going to be emotionally kind of a difficult placement for this particular person.
Well, it could be because it's Earth in the house of expansive Jupiter, which is like whoosh,
and it's Earth. No boundaries.
No boundaries, right?
Right.
Unlimited freedom.
Right.
Constant roaming, long journeys. The longer the journey, the better, because the more information, the more things I'm exposed
And
to.
Virgos like to have parameters.
Yeah, and they want to have it set up. Okay, if we're going to go on this journey, they want to have an agenda. They want to have their itinerary, right? That's the Virgo. The calendar is right there, and they've got every day planned, and probably maybe every moment of every day. Then again, not in this particular person's chart. I can honestly say that. Why? Because they're a Sag rising. So this Sag rising actually supports that 9th house.
Right.
Because it's Sag as well. So when you were talking about the expansiveness and Virgo being there, it's a help, actually, because the Virgo is willing to look at the minutia, as you would like to say, the micro.
The micro.
But Sag and Jupiter is about the macro, the big picture. So this person has that combination in that house.
It's kind of an interesting combination because Sag also wants to take and set a goal and attain a goal.
Yeah.
And Virgo has a tendency to get stuck in detail. And so what you're going to get is somebody who's going to want to say, okay, here's my goal. I need to pick up these details as I go along, but I'm not going to let them bog me down.
Definitely with the Sag rising.
Definitely.
That's going to give them the fire to just, okay, let's move along. Let's move along.
Yeah.
Let's start the next thing.
These details are important, but we're not going to let them overtake us.
Yes. And no doubt that that's exactly it for them, because connected to their thinking, they've got fire, which is all about initiating, starting new stuff.
Absolutely.
And in a dreamy way too, right? Because the house of thinking, they've got some
dreamy thinking going on.
It's the house of sleep, and Pisces. It's a sleepy kind of a dreamy fantasy type of thing that filters in there too. Fire and water, which is cool.
Kind of a really interesting person that this is.
I like this. Is totally different than what we've been looking at.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see something fresh. Yeah. We've been doing a lot of repetition in the last few charts.
This is a really different chart than some of the things that we've looked at.
We've been looking at just a lot of grounded earth, which we're going to tie this back into that because it's the new moon, which is May 4th today, which is in Taurus.
This person in their thinking is a very dreamy, very out there, sort of expansive, willing to think outside the box kind of person.
Yeah, and when you communicate about it, there's going to already be hesitation there. You have a planet that's kind of like the yellow sign, the
yield.
That's yield. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you also have your planet of communication. I'm sorry, we're not going to get too technical, but your planet of communication is in the fiery Aries. So in your home, right? In your home, you probably have no problem saying things.
Yeah.
And you probably might want to think about that first. You might want to step back in.
You're not going to have a problem saying exactly what you think. And sometimes you might actually speak before you... You might want to put
Think first.
Put the yield sign up between the brain and the mouth.
Yeah.
That can sometimes get people into trouble with their family members. Sometimes we speak to our family members in ways that we would not speak to people out in public, and sometimes we have to stop and think, oh, maybe I should actually talk to my family members better than I would talk to people out in public.
That's an interesting point, because you know what? Like, what do we do in our everyday worlds? The people that we see every single day that are in our inner circle, we take them for granted. So we would say things to them we would never say to someone we just met, which is amazing to me, because we treat strangers
better.
Yeah, right? Oh, let me get the door for you. And then like a family member walks by, whatever,
and we kick them in the butt.
Right? I mean, it's amazing as human beings how silly we are when we don't like just sit and think, but they're the most important
people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's backwards thinking. But as far as speaking your mind, you're a Sag rising. They think they're the teacher of everybody. Now, I'm not saying that they can't be great teachers, and I'm not saying that they aren't, but
sometimes they tend to speak without thinking about the fact that the people that they're talking to might actually know something too.
Yeah, and they have a frankness, a matter-of-factness about them when they're speaking. And so there's times when something can be said and it may rub somebody else the wrong way, which happens for all of us in our lives, but they may not be aware of it because they have like these blinders. But they can be great teachers too. And what I love about the sign for Sag is freedom. They're all about freedom. So what I say or what I think is so powerful for Sages is embrace the idea that you are free to think what you want. You are free to have your own beliefs. And so is everyone else.
Yeah.
We all have that ability.
It's really important. It's especially important for Sagittarians to remember that just as you have the freedom to think whatever it is and believe whatever it is that you believe.
Which ties into the 9th house, your beliefs.
Just as important for everybody else.
Which is relevant.
So it's okay for everybody else to have a different opinion. And it's okay for them to voice their opinion as well.
All right, now for your bonus, right? New moon. Sorry, okay. Did I get you all freaked out there?
Yeah, well, a little bit.
No. Hold on, we gotta turn this.
Hold the phone. See, that's what happens when you get a little wild over there.
Cut that light out.
Hang on.
We just fixed our lighting dilemma.
See, that's what That's what happens when you get wild with your bonus time.
I gotta wake people up. Wake up in case you fall asleep. So the new moon in Taurus. Pay attention. Who's this? What's their birth date and time? April 21st,
1994, 10:33 p.m. Oak Lawn, Illinois.
All right. So your new moon in Taurus is at 14 degrees, and this is in your 5th house. Okay? New moon of Taurus. All right. You also are a Taurus sun. So you're very earthy. You're a Taurus sun. Your moon is an earth sign in Virgo. You're a super earthy person. And you're a Sag rising. Sagittarius are physical beings, and they like to be on the earth doing. The Sag is the part, horse is the centaur.
Yes.
Where the bottom part of them, the bottom half of the body is the horse. They've got all 4 hooves on the ground.
Planted.
Right? And they're racing towards that new vision, that new belief.
Looking for a new goal.
Yeah. So they're very earthy as well. So this is important for you. Knowing that, you want to probably take a look at your surroundings and maybe reevaluate what you once valued. Because the new moon in Taurus is all about values, all about beauty, all about our sensitivities, all about our voice. You may sing for fun, right? Maybe you do it for a living. Tauruses are known to be really good with the voice, vocals.
Very, very interested in music. But start to think about, where is your creativity? Where is your fun?
Super creative
What
person.
That's very creative.
That's going to vitalize you.
Yeah.
To spend time creating is how you will rejuvenate.
Right.
Okay,
because
you need to know that for yourself. If
your
you
sun
already
is in that same house.
Right.
In Taurus. So where is your creativity? Make
house.
sure you honor that creative aspect of your life. Make sure that you have that, you honor that, you continue to honor that throughout your life, and make sure that you always have goals set for yourself that honor that creativity throughout your life, and that you don't lose sight of that.
Tie this into your moon, okay? Because your moon is an earth sign as well. And when you combine the like elements, when you combine earth and earth, it's called a trine in astrology. And a trine means you add ease. You're going to be given some added ease. And since the new moon will have a moon will actually be here, you already have your natal moon in earth. So this is going to be potent for you. Okay? You're going to have extra manifesting power, actually, if you take your intentions, plant the seeds of your intentions, okay? Put your intentions down on paper. You're a Taurus sun, so you might want to speak your intentions. Put your intentions down. The new moon, like I said a million times already now, May 4th is today, but start like on May 6th. We'll likely be able to get this published and posted out for you guys before then. I'm praying. We'll see how it all works. I got to do thumbnails and all this behind the scenes stuff. We don't have well, we kind of have. Anyway, so hopefully we get that done in time. But if not, it's not a waste. You're going to have this period of a building because it's a new moon, so it'll be building. So
It'll
if you plant
be what
your
they
seed,
called waxing.
Yeah, if you plant your seed during a building time, what happens, right?
It grows.
Right, it grows. So don't waste this. The new moon in Taurus is a super creative time to bring about what you want. Taurus has the magnified ability of just attraction, right? The law of attraction, it kind of resides within all the signs, but Taurus especially. They can, their desire, they're all about desire. So that which you desire. So reevaluate, go through what's really important to you.
What you value.
Yeah, what you value. When you figure that out, when you really do know deep down what that is, I'm imagining it's going to be tied into your emotional satisfaction, because that's also an earth, and that's where your natal moon sits. That's pretty big. Belief systems are going to be a part of it. Higher learning. God, you love learning more, right? Like you're the type of person, I'm always going to be a student, right? In some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
Maybe a student of art. I don't know. Maybe you become that art teacher, right? I just don't know. You have so many degrees of freedom, but take that which you desire and put it down into writing and then maybe into words. I'm looking at, you also have Venus in Taurus. So you're going to be very much about...
no, Venus isn't in Taurus. What are you doing?
yeah,
it is in Taurus. It's just in the 6th house. Sorry, it's in the house of Virgo.
And I brought Venus up because she rules Taurus. Okay, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. And that's important.
My bad.
That's okay. Where Venus is about the things you love, right? It's how you love. It's your value system, and it's also going to be your degree of receptivity, how you receive love from others.
And your Venus is very much connected to your moon because the Venus is sitting in the house that is ruled by
Virgo. Sixth house is Virgo. And guess what? Your natal moon is in Virgo.
Your natal moon is in Virgo.
So you really will have so much potent power to manifest during this time. Okay? Don't waste it.
So get involved in some creative projects. Figure out what it is that you want to do creatively with your life.
Children are in this house of creativity as well. I'm not saying go and procreate. I'm just saying in that fifth house, the bucket of the fifth house, or is my cast iron, as I said before, the fifth house is all about having a good time. It's about taking risks sometimes. It's children, joy, creativity, romance.
Yeah.
Those are fifth house issues, okay?
Yep.
So the fact that you have Taurus there stabilizes the risk-taking factor. You probably aren't going to be a person who's going to be taking a lot of risks. So there of your blue moon, you just might, since you have a pinch of Aries there. Yep. And Aries is very spontaneous. So be aware of that. You have a little bit of Aries there.
But that's okay, because that allows you to take a risk, but understanding that those risks, you're going to...
They have consequences like all things.
That they have consequences, but you're also going to understand that you're going to take a risk that doesn't have too much risk involved.
Yeah. Taurus won't let you. Taurus will not let you take too much risk. There's no way. So with the new moon... I know we already said what you should do, but I also wanted to take another mention at this to emphasize the Taurian aspect, which is they're the bringers of light. So there might be fifth house is also known to be the house of the writer. So there might be some other creative things. I know we tend to. You're an art teacher, and we tend to, it's drawing, it's painting, it's, what I mean? No, there's a trillion ways to create. There's a trillion and one ways to create. And having your Pisces in the house of thinking means, like, for someone like this, to me, it's almost like a combination of using the imagery, of the Pisces, who has all that dreaminess going on, so you can see, like, life evolves or is created in your mind, like as a movie set. Right? You can see that way. That's how your thinking happens.
You see images. And
so you might write screenplays. Who knows? I mean...
Or write stories. You might have a really great way of doing
graphic
imagery.
novels.
Or maybe you're really good at poetry. Who knows?
Definitely poetry. You have Scorpio in the 12th house and a few other planets there. So 12th house is the house of the poet. Yeah. So there's a lot of unlimited...
creativity
possibilities with Sag on the rising. You just have limitless ways to move that forward. Okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome. We're going to go to the next one.
Okay. Moving on, we are going to...
While you do that,
September 8th, 1960, 8:54 p.m. We have the moon in Taurus in the first house. Ooh, look at that. Right on the rising sign. I mean, literally right on the rising sign. The rising sign is at 1 degree, 29 minutes. The moon is at 2 degrees, 16 minutes. Look at that.
Wow, we're going to show you what this looks like.
Wow, this is amazing.
So you know who you are. September 8th, 1960, 8:54 p.m.
We've got the sun in...
What town? Where's this at?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Huntington, Indiana.
Okay.
We've got a Virgo sun.
Oh, this person.
Wow.
So this person's I just said this person because I realized we have the outer planets printed up on this person's chart.
So
which is actually really pertinent during this reading.
Isn't this not only is this person a Taurus moon, but also a Taurus rising sign.
Yep.
So this is a double Taurus.
Which is really more like a triple in a sense, because their moon is right on their ascendant, right on their rising sign. And
so
there's that much more oomph added to it.
This is a lot of earth. This person is so grounded. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what this looks like for this person.
All right, let's find the, let's go through the usuals, right?
All right. Hi, Mama. So here is the rising sign line. Okay, so we've got the Taurus symbol, the rising sign line. There's the symbol for the moon right underneath it. If we go over here to where Virgo is.
Let me slide this up a little bit.
And then we will find the symbol for the sun, which is a circle with a dot in the middle.
Whoa, sorry,
Whoa,
cat just showed up. We're talking about Virgo. It's the house of animals, man. This is how it works.
And we can see that even
Domestic
this
Taffy, leave
Taffy,
the camera
leave
alone.
the camera alone. We can see that this Virgo
Yeah, relax
sun
right there. That
is
works.
also in the house of Virgo.
Hey, don't eat the wire, please. She's just
Okay.
like, I'm going to take part in this, and I will be
This-
eating wires while you're talking.
This person has very strong Virgo energy with their Virgo sun because their Virgo sun is also sitting in the house of Virgo.
So projects.
This person loves domestic stuff.
Yep.
They
yep.
love to cook. They love to clean. They love doing projects. They love neat and orderly. They love to be
Organizing.
organized. They love to, yeah. they
Because
love-
they're a Virgo, they think they're not organized. They think they don't like these things. You know, they're very super self-critical. Nothing
Yeah.
they do is going to be good enough or up to snuff. Hey,
Hey.
That's my microphone, you beast. The cat. The cat is so. This is such a Virgo reading. Every time we talk about Virgos, the cats jump up and they're so present. They're like, "Hey, don't forget to talk about us, domestic animals." In case we didn't mention,
and
Taffy's
this
like
is my Taurus
tiny.
cat.
Well, yeah, they can't
Yeah.
even see her. Like she's
So-
not imaginary. She's really here.
She really is here. She
Here.
really is being.
Stop. She's literally eating our wires.
She's
Holy
really
moly.
being a beast.
Listen, little heifer. I know you probably want to
There are the
eat.
ears.
Yeah, I know you want to eat. She's like, I'm going to eat anything.
I'm going to eat anything I can
Okay,
wrap my mouth
sorry.
around.
Sorry, Taffy. It's Taffy time, and she's all very, very playful. I wish I had something she
She's-
could play with.
She's
So
going to
let's-
play with the pen.
Okay, yeah, that'll work as long as she's not eating wires.
Okay, this person also happens to have their another planet in Virgo, which happens to be a ruler of Virgo, which is Mercury, which is really fascinating. So very strong Virgo
A
energy.
lot of brain action in this person.
Yeah, this person is a thinker to the point of overthinking.
To the point where you're seeing things occurring, you know, because this is here, like you're seeing, you know, Virgo likes to connect the dots. I love saying that because they can be connecting them through their words or they can be connecting them in their thought. If you have Mercury there, you're actually seeing things connected in your thoughts, the way that you think, that's how you think.
Yep.
Like I remember you were telling me, like for your your big project you had to do, you could literally see how to assemble it, how to put
Yep.
it together step by step in your brain before you had to actually
Right.
put it to paper
When I was
or put it on.
when I was in graduate school and I was trying
Sorry
to
to
figure
catch
out how to build my thesis project.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I could visualize it three-dimensionally
Yeah.
before I actually had to build it. And it was one of those really weird things. I woke up in the middle of the night and it's like, oh, so that's how I have to build it. And I would tell people this and they would look at me like I was
She's trying
absolutely
to eat my microphone. She thinks it's a toy. Go ahead,
insane.
don't just ignore me.
Well, she
Just
thinks
keep
it's a
talking.
button.
She does, little heifer.
The little heifer thinks she likes to eat buttons. So Virgos are very analytical in this way. We connect things within our mind that people wouldn't necessarily put together. For us, 2 and 2 doesn't always necessarily equal 4. Sometimes it equals 5. And I know that sounds really strange, but we can connect the dots in ways that other people don't always connect.
Okay.
So I just had to throw that out there.
No, that's good. I'm sure this person understands that because, well, you guys have a lot in common.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, whoa, really? That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
What else are we looking at here? So that
Okay.
was a whole buttload of information about Virgo
So-
and the way you think. So
Right.
your natal moon, I'm sorry, I'm still contending with the cat eating wires.
Okay.
The natal moon
is in
the
Taurus.
first house,
In-
okay?
yep.
It's in Taurus in the first house. I know we
Come
showed
here.
you. We're
Come
going to
here,
bring it back again.
heifer.
The cat's really, woo! Holy
Go on.
crap, thank God she didn't take the wires with her. Alrighty.
So we're going to talk about the natal moon in the first house. So what
Yep.
does that look like? A natal moon in the first house. The first house is ruled by Aries.
Fiery, starting,
very fiery.
initiating. And the moon is our emotional satisfaction. You want to start new things, right? You want to do it in a practical way because it's Taurus.
Our first house is about our outward appearances. It's about how we appear to the outside world. It's about how we think about our physical being. It literally is our physical being. So we're probably going to be, this person is probably kind of emotional about their own physical being. They might sometimes... It's going to
be important to them. They're going to think that that's very important.
Yeah, and being a Virgo sun, they're probably going to be
body,
really...
health conscious.
They're going to be health conscious. They're going to be body conscious. They might even be sort of...
Their idea of health is going to be connected to their physical body in the sense that it should...
And they're probably going to be a little...
or proportion connected to what that means, what health is.
They might have a little body dysmorphic disorder, you know, kind of thing going on. They
what
probably...
the hell is that?
Probably...
Body dysmorphic order?
Disorder.
Dysmorphic, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Probably don't think that they're as attractive as they are.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
They probably think they're heavier than they are.
Okay.
They probably don't think they're as good looking as they are. They probably look at themselves in the mirror and beat themselves up a little bit more than they...
Because God knows Virgos, I'm sure, already do that. Yeah. So you're saying this person would do that more?
Even more, and probably get emotional about it.
Okay, right. The moon is right there.
Because the moon is right there.
I'm just trying to put...
Okay,
so... the moon's right there already. Okay.
Whoever you are...
I feel stupid, but
Stop
anyway,
it.
I won't feel too much stupid.
Please don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, because Virgos,
don't
it's your thinking
deserve
that
this.
affects your health.
You don't
really
deserve this. Yeah, this is really important to understand for a Virgo who overthinks. When you have really strong Virgo energy, whenever you have anybody out there who has really strong Virgo energy.
Because we all have Virgo somewhere in our chart.
Because everybody has it. If you overthink anything, whatever you overthink is going to then manifest physically into your physical body and make you physically sick. I'm going to say this again. If you emotionally or mentally beat yourself up by overthinking and you have strong Virgo energy in your chart, that energy is then going to be transmuted in your mind down into your body, and then your body is going to get physically sick.
And what areas does Virgo rule in the body, other than having an innate knowledge of the whole body and its working capacity and how
it's
all inner
going to it is going to manifest in the digestive system.
Right. That's a big area, actually. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
There's a lot there. So stomach problems, you know.
You're going to have problems with digesting food. So food is going to be an issue. So if you can't digest well, that is going to be a common Virgo problem. You might have problems with your gallbladder. You're going to have problems with your intestinal system. You're going to have problems with your stomach. You might have problems with... consistent problems with indigestion. You might have consistent problems with, I hate to say this, constipation and diarrhea.
This is astrology, man. We just say it like it is.
These are the kinds of problems that you might manifest. If you have a really strong Virgo and maybe some strong Gemini and or Sagittarius, it could manifest literally up here in your brain as migraines are neurological issues.
Okay.
So you could end up with problems that manifest in the neural system. So please, 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 if you have this really strong Virgo energy in your chart, take care of your body, take care of your mind, because it will manifest physically in your body.
All right. Now, onto your new moon. Because you have your natal moon here in your first house, the new moon, I marked it there for you. Okay. That little mark, 14 degrees, that's happening actually today. And as we have said through all the videos so far about this new moon energy, it's a building, it's a waxing. So coming May 6th, you want to start thinking about your value systems, okay? Thinking about self-value, most definitely, because this is in your first house. So it's all about you. How much do you value yourself? Yeah. Right? Take a deep dive into that and, you know, embrace who you are as you are.
Yes,
because of all that Virgo stuff.
You have a lot of value. You bring a lot of value.
Yeah.
You bring a huge amount of value to the people that you love.
And we know this by looking at your chart. That's like this. Anybody who knows Virgos in general, just a general Virgo, like, oh, they have their sun in Virgo, which you have way more going on in Virgo, right? You have a lot going on. Super creative person, home, all about the home.
Yep.
You know?
They work really hard.
Yes. And dedicated and loyal, down to earth. Anybody can talk to you. People feel comfortable talking to you. They know they can talk to you about anything. I mean, you're going to be a great friend. You know, you've got Taurus on the rising and on the moon. So you're going to be sincere and you're going to treat your friends really well.
They're really dependable people.
Yes.
And so you
have a lot of value.
This is really important that you begin to recognize your own self-value with this new moon.
I agree. Your own self-worth. You're going to
This is happening in your first house. This is all about your own self-value. Value you.
Yeah.
You need to value who you are. You need to value what you bring to the table. You need to value what it is about you that you do well, and all of the things that you do, and all of the things about you that are so important.
And being, if I follow the astrology thumbnails, breadcrumbs, like the little things, we would say, well, how do we understand the Taurus better? We find Venus because that's the ruler of Taurus. And your Venus, of course, I'm sorry, it's in the 6th house over here. I'm on my pen. It's in the 6th house, but it's also in Libra there, right? And we all know that Libra is all about one-on-one significant relationships. So for you, you have Venus there. It's in the 6th house. It's about your day-to-day life. And you have significant one-on-one relationships there. This is highlighted on relationships, significant one-on-one relationships. I want you to put an intention into the universe that you want to have a significant one-on-one relationship with somebody who
values you.
Right, for who you are as you are. This is so important. Use this moon. Use this power to put those seeds down and speak them as well. Write them, speak them. Make these your affirmations. This is tied into, like I said, your partnerships, significant partnerships. This is the opportunity to have the perfect partner to share your home with.
You need to set out the intention that you want someone in your life who is going to value you for everything that you bring to the table.
And cherish you.
And cherish you.
Cherish you.
When, before I met my...
Which means they're going to be willing to, ready and able to commit to you.
Yes. Before I met my husband, it was really interesting. It turned out that he was setting an intention to meet an incredibly intelligent woman. I was setting an intention to meet a man who was kind. And guess what? That's what we got.
Where did you live at the time when you set that intention?
I set that intention when I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio, and he was living here in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah. And your intention came about.
And
you got exactly that.
We met on the phone.
Yeah.
So
right. In work.
Yeah, we met through work. We met through work.
He's a Virgo rising.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a Virgo rising.
So thinking, and he thought it through, and he figured out what was most important for him in a partner.
And I thought it through, and I thought
he had just come out of a marriage. You had just come out of a marriage.
Right.
They both had already been married before. So they had a taste of, I know, like, what it
really
takes
what
to
I
make
want.
it in a home, right? To have a life with a family, or whether you
and we
wanted that or not.
We had both made a decision about what was it that I really, really want more than anything else. And
so you focused on one main thing.
We had one main thing, and then we each had like 2 or 3 other little things underneath it. But there was that one main thing that we both wanted, and he wanted somebody really intelligent. Well, he got it.
3 degrees.
Yes. So, and I wanted somebody who was really kind. And one of the things that people always ask me every time they get to know us, they say to me, is he really as kind as he seems? And I always have to look at them and I go, yeah, he really is. He really is that nice. So set those intentions.
He is a very kind man.
He is. Sometimes annoying, but really kind. Okay, so set those intentions.
All right.
All right. Moving on to the next chart.
If you have found anything thus far that you have considered of value, whether it be our entertainment that we give you or whether it be our astrological content, please go ahead, tap that bar down below, hit the subscribe bar, and
hit the bell.
Share us with people that you know who you might find
please.
are like-minded individuals who would find value in what we are doing here today.
Have them send us their birth information to our website, to our email at allastrology@gmail.com.
Just share our video with them and say, dude, you might want to check this out. They're for real. They know what they're talking about.
And they're going to give you information that's going to kind of blow your mind.
Enough said.
Okay, next chart. July 8th, 1999, 7:35 p.m., Oakland, Illinois. This is a Taurus moon in the 4th house. We have a Capricorn rising, and we have a Cancer sun.
Okay,
Wow.
This is a humdinger of a chart.
Yeah,
It's another Taurus moon.
Yeah.
We just got off Taurus moon, so we did a lot of talking about
Taurus
Taurus moon. But that was in the 1st house, so that was all about self. This Taurus moon, I don't mean to snatch this out of your hand, I'm sorry.
Yeah, really.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, I'm a Taurus. This Taurus, because I'm already talking about, and I'm like, I need to point as I'm talking. This Taurus moon is in the 4th house, so it's different, right? It's 4th house. It's
a little different. It's a little different.
I'm sorry. My brain is not working. Everything is not where it should be. I have things fluctuating all over the place.
For her, everything is in the 12th house, so it's all dreamy and weird.
There's nothing touching the ground right now. But this stuff, as far as the information that's going to come out, is good. So this is a person with their moon in Taurus in the 4th. It's all about the home. It's all about family. They also have Jupiter there, right? So, wow.
Jupiter is all about expansion. It's all about things that are bigger than life.
Do you think they're always trying to add to their family?
I think they're always trying to do as much as they can for their family.
Do as much as they can for their family?
I think they're always trying to impress their family members. I think they're always trying to do everything that they can. I think they're always trying to impress, always trying to... I don't know. I want to
say that you're going to have some sensitivities that are going to be extreme because you have Taurus in the 4th house. The 4th house is Cancer. Cancer is a very super emotionally sensitive person. People call them empaths, right? Because they can pick up on another person's
this person
sensitivities.
has Sun in Cancer, so that's double Cancer sensitivity.
So you have the tactile sensitivity of Taurus in the house of Cancer, which is a highly sensitive house.
Yeah.
You have your sun, like she just said, in Cancer, okay? Another level of sensitivity. As far as emotions. And it's not going to be any different. The new moon is also happening in the same place. It's in the 4th house, okay? And it's at the degree of those planets that you have sitting there. Do you see that? You have planets at 14 degrees. The new moon is at 14 degrees.
It's all sitting right on top of those.
It's called a conjunction when you have planets that sit right on top of each other.
So it's going to be sitting right on top of that planet on Saturn, and it's going to be sitting right next to your natal moon.
Right.
That's going to, and it's
right. Yep.
A conjunction. What that does is that makes that energy bigger.
It might heighten some fear, just so that you know ahead of time. Saturn and Taurus actually have certain... Taurus has a fearful aspect to it. Saturn has a caution aspect to it, which is slow down. Don't
take your
rush,
time.
Do it right.
Work harder.
Yes. Think before you speak and think it through all the way. That's Saturn.
Saturn can have a really... Saturn gets a bad rap.
It does. I agree 100%. I'm so glad to hear you say that. Go ahead and tell us all about that.
Saturn
get a bad rap.
Saturn gets a bad rap because Saturn puts roadblocks in our way, especially for people when they're younger. Because when we're younger, we want to move ahead. We want to move at a faster pace.
We're impulsive.
We get
Yeah.
impulsive. We want to do things now.
Yeah.
And Saturn says no.
Saturn's old. Saturn is wise. Saturn is the senior who's lived life and knows.
Saturn wants us to slow down. Saturn
Yeah.
wants us to take our time. Saturn wants us to learn.
Smell the roses too.
Well,
We
yeah,
don't
but
wanna say that,
Saturn
Saturn,
wants
but
us
it
to
is that.
sit down and really learn the lessons and to learn them well
Yeah.
and to learn them so that we don't F it up.
Here's the thing, where Saturn is located, Saturn takes a long time for people for those gifts to come about.
Right.
But Saturn, ultimately, where Saturn is in your chart, is where your mastery is.
Right.
I can say that. I mean, that's because of what she just said. Saturn wants you to learn it and to learn it well.
And once you have learned it well,
That's right.
then that's where those gifts really come.
That's right.
So,
It's like a fine wine. That's what Saturn is.
so for the first 30 years of your 28 to 30 years, Saturn really puts roadblocks up in your way.
Yep.
And then for the next 28 to 30 years, Saturn seems to sort of just, instead of putting roadblocks up, just sort of trips you up.
Yeah.
And then after that, Saturn gives you the gifts.
Saturn, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. Saturn, they say takes a long time to mature. So that's why
Yeah.
I said I kind of compare it. I'm always doing food, right? So
Saturn is
like
cheese.
a fine wine. It's cheese. You eat
It's
it
an
too
old
soon. You taste it. Yeah,
cheese.
it's
It's a
the older-
Parmigiano Reggiano.
That's right. The older it gets, the better it gets.
Yeah.
You know. So
It's
your
a
moon.
Cabernet.
I don't know wines. I just know. I don't. I can't even go down that road. I'm just into food in general, and I don't drink it all, so I don't know wines.
It's a good champagne.
That is
It's
not
got
where my
really-
Saturn is. My Saturn is actually very young. My Saturn is in Aries. I have a very
Right.
young Saturn. It's a newbie.
It is.
It's like, I've never done this before. Holy shit. So,
So this Saturn is in the fourth house, which is the house
Cancer.
of Cancer, which is the house of family.
emotional satisfaction, family,
It's
home.
home, family.
Do you ever want to leave the house? I really
Yeah.
want to know. And I'm just saying it that way because you have Taurus there. Tauruses tend to be a homebody in a way because they get comfortable and they'd rather not, if they're in a comfortable spot, well, hell,
They don't wanna
Why
leave.
move, right? You're in a
don't
comfortable
wanna
spot,
leave.
so you just kind of stay there. And that spot could be sitting on the couch. You got a nice spot on the couch. You don't want to
The
get up.
problem is that
Taurus
because
has it in-
Saturn is there, there's going to be this sort of
Saturn won't let you sit there.
It's comfortable,
Saturn
but
is that person that comes in. Can you get off the
Taurus-
couch already? I want to sit there.
Taurus is like, I'm really comfortable. I'm really comfortable here. This is really great. And then Saturn says, but you really need to get off the couch and get your butt out and go out into the world and do something and really move forward with your life because that's really the only way you're going to grow. So although Taurus is comfortable at home and that's really reinforced in another part of your chart with your sun sign.
Oh, right.
It's really reinforced.
Sun in Cancer.
Sun in
home,
Cancer,
family.
in close personal
Yep.
relationships.
Yep.
It's going to be really hard to get your butt off the
pull
couch,
away
and to
from-
pull away from your family,
Live your own life type of
and
thing,
to
you
live
mean.
your own life. The only way that you are going to move forward and learn the lessons of this life, and to really, really take off in your life, and to really do phenomenal, wonderful, incredible things with your life is to learn the lessons of Saturn that Saturn wants to teach you and to shoot for the stars and
Don't be afraid to
Don't be
speak.
afraid.
Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid of your physical sensitivities.
don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid.
Try to be more Aries-like, which in your thinking it shows there's some Aries thing, like you're going to be prone to maybe speak before you think. So this is, that's kind of a contradiction what I just said, but the trick is Saturn is there to say, think before you speak, because then your Aries will develop
Yep.
and it will become mature. It'll have the Saturn wisdom, and you'll know, okay.
And put some force behind what it is that you want to do with your life and really take control of your life and go out there on your own and do what it is that you really want to do with your life. Because once you do that, and you really take control of your life and you take that control of your life out of the hands of your family and out of the hands of what you've known your whole life.
Out of the hands of your significant other.
Your life is going to sing.
Whoever that may be and whenever that may be.
Your life is going to blossom. Your life is going to take off. And you are going to do phenomenal things with your life. And you are going to be able to it's just going to climb into the clouds.
And there's a part of you that already knows you like the spotlight. There's a part of you that knows this.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a reason it's there. It's in your chart for a reason, okay? Because you're going to be good in the spotlight. You'll be able to connect with people in a big way when the spotlight's on you.
Absolutely.
Your fire is going to come out of you. It's a heart fire. So you're passionate about it. It will come out of you. And people will feel it. They'll connect to it. It's when you see that speaker who's talking or performer, you can compare them, right? Some, they can sing the same song, right? Have the same amount of force behind it. But for whatever reason, you can feel this person's emotions in the way they do it. You feel so much more when they perform it. And you have the ability to do just that.
You're that person.
Yes, you have the ability.
You are that person. You are that person that can connect on that other level that some people just, no matter how beautifully they can do something, or no matter how beautifully they can speak or sing or whatever it is or create, no matter how wonderfully they can do it, you've got that extra something that other people don't have. And until you can break away from that comfort that you have,
it's because you
home,
have all those planets there too. So
until you break away from that comfort, until you put yourself out there into that discomfort, you're not going to find it. But once you put yourself out there into the discomfort, you're going to find it. And you're going to find the strength within yourself.
Just moving out of your comfort zone is what she's talking about. We all have to do it. We all have to do it. But you have help. Because this new moon that's occurring today, the energy is building. And on the 6th of May, that's when I want you to begin writing this down. This is when I want you to not only write these things down, I want you to speak them into the universe. It's listening to you.
Yes.
You have your moon in Taurus. You have the new moon right on top of the Saturn, right? They're holding hands. So Saturn's going to say to you, what do you really value? I want you to really take the time to think it through. Write it down and speak it. Sing it. Do this. You can do this, and this will build. This is a waxing time. It will build, and you will then somehow, as it builds over time, you'll get little bits of experiences where you'll feel spotlights on you, and you're actually okay in that.
And it's going to happen over the next few years, and it's going to build and build and build over the next few years.
Most definitely, you've got this big planet on the outside that's trucking through. It looks like an H. It's going to be in this sign for 6 more years, okay? And that's going to help you to move outside of your comfort zone. It's like I was told, because I'm a double Taurus, so I have a sun and a rising in Taurus, and I knew this was coming. I had been waiting for this to come, and I had listening to different people and their advice, and they would say, okay, for Tauruses, this is how you kind of want to face Uranus coming through your sign, which is just be on a surfboard and understand that you're going to be riding waves and your job is to just ride those waves. And I said, well, hell, enough for me is to just be on the surfboard with my head and nose above water. I don't have to be the professional standing on it and actually, you know what I'm saying? Just keep your nose and your lips above the water and experience and hang on. You're really, it's to ride out the waves, and it's to expect the unexpected. Okay, and this was within home and family. Okay, this is within the things that you value. So you're going to have experiences that are going to occur, and you'll be faced with, well, maybe I don't value that thing, whatever it is,
as much as
I did, and maybe I'll be, just changing my values, just changing them and adding to them. And that's what this time is all about. Anytime we do something like that, anytime we take awareness into our own hands and we shape and mold and say, okay, I'm ready to face these experiences, and I know this is part of my growth. We all have this in our chart. This is part of my growth. You have the stamina to do it. That's what Taurus is. It's the endurance. You have the ability to ride those waves. Okay, Taurus isn't Aries. It doesn't run out of gas. It will help you to stay lips and nose above the line and to just ride these waves out. You can do this, but use the intention starting on May 6th. Write them down, speak them, sing them, let the universe hear them, and keep feeding the intentions with consistent thought. This is how you make them manifest. By putting your emotions, putting fire into them. And you can do this.
Okay. All right.
We didn't tie this into their ascendant at all. We totally kind of bicep the ascendant, which happens to be Capricorn rising, which is Earth. So this is good because it's Earth, and your moon, natal moon, is in Earth, which means it's trining, and which means this moon coming up is trining. Anytime you have like elements, it's called a trine. So this is actually going to be a benefit to your rising sign, okay? That is your Capricorn, who has the ability to work hard. Right?
Climb the mountain. The Capricorn is the mountain goat who's constantly trying to climb the mountain. They're all about trying to gain the physical on the physical plane, trying to get up the mountain, trying to get more and more of the...
They want to be king of the mountain.
They do.
They want to be king of the mountain.
My brother's a Capricorn. He literally loved playing king of the hill.
So you might say that in a material way, that's what they want to do.
That's the word I was trying to think of, material.
Yeah. So it's a very earthy, grounded, down-to-earth sign that makes everything look easy to everybody else because they have this ability to just work. And so in the home, you have that because you've got Taurus and it's training, and all that is training your 8th house, which we didn't talk about, but that's also Earth, and that's Virgo in your chart. And you love details. You have no problem thinking about details. What is that? Digging deeper?
Digging deeper for the details.
Yes.
There you go. A little bit of alliteration.
Yeah, you have no problem doing that. And that would be where some of your answers would be also, is use your logic, use your rationale, think things through. Because I know that worked for me as a Taurus big time. And a lot of the stuff I have in the 12th is to be more rational, infuse more logic into your everyday world. And but just don't let it hold you back. You don't have to know all the details to move forward.
No.
You don't have to know all the details to move forward.
Absolutely
You do look before you leap, though, right?
That's all you have to do.
That's right. You do look.
Just make sure that the next step you're fine.
That's right. Right. And then we get to that next step. Many times that's when the next step is revealed to us.
Right.
We have to first take the next step, and all of a sudden we see the next step. It's like, oh. So kind of think about it like that.
You're not always going to see the whole path. You might only see 1 or 2 steps in front of you.
Yeah. You'll do this, though. Utilize your new moon power intentions, okay? They're in your favor right now. And just put your aspirations high.
Yep.
Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Do we have one more, or is this concluded?
Nope, that's it.
Awesome. This is it. We finished this segment, I will say, of moon readings, because we seem to always have more moon readings, and I know there's more.
Yep. We got one more set to go.
So we're going to close this little episode off, and I'll put a little plug in here for our Best Beginners Zodiac Pack, which is coming out soon. It's probably going to be a couple weeks before it drops. Yep. We'll have it available on our website, and it's the, in case that you haven't heard, it's the 1, 2, 3s on how to look at an astrology chart.
You want
An
a chart?
example of just look at something like this, which is like, whoa,
What the heck is all of that?
right? WTF? Where do I begin? This zodiac pack will give you the 1, 2, 3s. We'll give you this is the first step. Okay, now this is step number 2. This is step number 3. It'll tell you how to read your own chart, how to begin to understand and have your mind wrap around astrology. Okay,
Right.
so. Thank you for joining us. We, as always, have so much fun sharing the astrology knowledge.
Yep. And if you enjoy what we're doing, please, please, please pass us on to your friends, your family.
Share.
We would love to get them into the mix, do their charts.
Yep.
Share our information with them, share our knowledge with them, and build a following. And because this is what we love.
We do. And remember, everybody,
Just remember, everything that's going on around you is
all astrology.
Bye.